to video 3 on our algebraic expressions, and we're continuing in this one with simplifying algebraic expressions. And we're going to do the second one. Remember, in simplifying algebraic expressions, we make sure there's no like terms, and we make sure that there are no parentheses. And it just so happens that this one we're going to concentrate on the parentheses. So next to simplify, put eliminate parentheses. All right, so we're going to get rid of parentheses. Now, I know I've kind of done this a little backwards because I'm going to tell you that anytime you look at an algebraic expression, the first thing you should do is decide, are there parentheses that need to be eliminated? You eliminate them first, and then you combine like terms, because there's most likely going to be like terms generated after eliminating the parentheses. So we're going to do that right now with example 7, 3 times the quantity r plus 1. And then we're going to subtract 4 from that. So to eliminate the parentheses, what do? We use the distributive property. That means give out across the addition, across the subtraction. And 3 times r is 3r, and 3 times 1 is 3. And then we have this negative 4 that we're still subtracting. We can't just get rid of it. And so we circle our terms, and we have a 3r, a 3, and a negative 4. And the only like terms now that we have is the 3 and the 4, so now we have 3r, and 3 plus a negative 4 is negative 1. We're done with that one. The 3r minus 1 is the simplified expression after eliminating parentheses and combining like terms. So we're just going to continue right along with that. And we're going to take this. Now notice, some people would say that we're subtracting this, but you know what? That is a negative 2 as well. Remember, we could add it and say adding a negative 2. So when I do the distributive property, I am going to keep that negative. I'm going to say negative 2 times h is negative 2h. And negative 2 times a positive 4 is negative 8. And then we're adding that 7h on the end. And so when we circle our terms, we have a negative 2h, a negative 8, and we have a 7h. And we combine the two like terms that we have, the two h terms, and negative 2 plus 7 is 5h, and then we just keep the negative 8 that's there. Pretty straightforward. Our last example looks a little bit more challenging, although it's not. Again, we're going to talk about this 7 is positive, this 4 is negative, even though it says 7 minus 4. So again, when I distribute that 4, I'm going to keep it negative and use the integer rules with the negative. So now I have 7, and then when I take this negative 4 and multiply it by 3/4, I get negative 3x. Okay? And then I take the negative 4 and I multiply it by the negative 1/4, and I get positive 1. Now combining like terms, I have the 7, the negative 3x, and the 1. The only like terms are the 7 and the 1, so I get negative 3x plus 8 as my final simplified expression. Our last example of the night is a real-life application where it says you and a group of your friends are deciding to go to the movies. Each person in the group buys a ticket, a large drink, and you know it says medium popcorn, but there are no medium popcorns on the list. So we're going to change that medium popcorn to a large popcorn. So everyone's going to buy a ticket, a large drink, and a large popcorn. It says write an expression in simplest form that represents the amount of money the group spends at the movies. Now, I'm going to come up with a variable. My unknown is the number of people that are attending. But we know that every single one of them is going to buy the exact same thing. A ticket, a large drink, and a large popcorn. So this is going to be the number of people. P-E-O-P-L-E. I can spell. Alrighty, and since every one of them is buying a ticket, tickets cost $7.50, so $7.50 for every person. Plus, every person is getting a large drink. That's right here. Large drinks are $3.50 for every person. And then they're going to get a large popcorn, and that is $4 for every person. So every person is spending the exact same amount. That's why I can write this in this form. All right? If we had some people getting small drinks and some people getting small popcorns, we would actually have to write this differently. But since everybody's the same, we can now combine all the like terms, and we can say 750 plus 350 plus 4. That means 15x. That means it's $15 for every person who are buying the exact same thing to go to the movies tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that ends our third video. You do have your last quick write, number 3, part C, where you are going to simplify this expression. Make sure you write this down. 4 times the quantity 3g plus 1, and then you're subtracting 5g. And then, of course, if you have any questions about what we went over tonight regarding algebraic expressions, make sure that you come to class with those. And, of course, you have to begin your assignment. Quality of 45 minutes each night with quality effort. Make sure you're accountable, okay, as you are choosing, and you are definitely making the choice to choose to develop your principles of intelligence and principles of character in everything you do. Autographing with excellence. You have great notes. You start to show all your work every time you can on your assignments. Remember, working a little bit quicker than normal, aggressiveness and urgency to help keep that concentration up, using time effectively. When that timer is done, you're done, and I'll see you in class. You rock! Ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute pleasure, as always, to be a part of your educational time. Here we go. See you.